organized crime family and National Basketball Association coach Chauncey Billups charged and schemed to rig illegal poker games. Good morning, everybody. This is Ori Spado, the accidental gangster. By now, you have all heard, it's been all over the news. You think that the Mafia does not exist anymore? Well, let me tell you, it does. Just like AI is here to stay, just like Bitcoin is here to stay, just like all your social media platforms are here to stay, the Mafia is here to stay. Except it's not the old time Mafia that you thought about, it's the new one. The new one, folks. They are smarter, they are younger. Don't you think they get into technology just like everybody else? What do you think, folks? Leave me a comment, please. Earlier yesterday at the federal courthouse in Brooklyn, a 7-count indictment was unsealed, charging 31 defendants in criminal schemes to rig illegal poker games at various locations in New York City, East Hampton, New York, and throughout the United States. I can't believe there's nobody here yet. Anthony, you there? That's right. Determined discussion. Folks, as I told you, here we go. Finally, I'm getting some people here. I was wondering, did I have it out for the public? All right, thank you everybody for coming. All right. All right, yeah, you all know 31 defendants, including members and associates of organized crime and the National Basketball Association coach, Chauncey Billups, charged in a scheme to rig illegal poker games. You all seen it, okay? Now, everybody thinks the Mafia is gone. No, it's not. The old Mafia is gone. Guys like me, no longer around. I'm going to give you the names, I'm going to give you the ages of the people involved here. So please stay with me, and you want to hear what I got to say. You know, folks, just like AI is here to stay, Bitcoin is here to stay, YouTube is here to stay, TikTok, Instagram, all the rest are here to stay. And so is the Mafia. And don't think, now the Mafia got into technology. And this is how they rigged all these games. There were 2 indictments yesterday. 2 separate indictments. Okay? You know, I listened to the U.S. Attorney with Cash Patel taking all the credit, all right, which is what he does. But this investigation has been going on before Cash Patel was even at the FBI, okay? And folks, look at, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do, okay? I gotta tell you that there. Folks, this is from the U.S. Attorney's Office, okay? So I'm gonna read. Joseph Noella Jr., United States Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. Cash Patel, Christopher Rea, okay? He's the FBI Assistant Director of the FBI in charge of New York. They had Homeland Security, just like Diddy's. Homeland Security, okay? So you gotta hear this. This is massive. You know, everybody thought there was no more mafia. I think the last biggest bust they had was when I got busted in 2008 with the Colombo crime family. Okay? Then, at the same time, there was a big bust, over 50 Gambino guys. There were Genovese. They busted all the families at that time. And we were all in prison at MDC, right where they all are at right now. In addition, they're going to the federal courthouse in Brooklyn. I can't even count the number of times that I was chained, shackled, put on the bus, and brought to that courthouse. Okay, but you all should know that story. It's all in my book. All right? Over 30 people arrested and charged for their alleged role in criminal scheme to rig illegal poker games to win large amounts of money. These individuals use technology and deceit to scam innocent victims out of millions of dollars, eventually funding money to La Costa Nostra, enriching one of the most notorious criminal networks in the world, stated FBI Director Patel. The investigation spanned 9 states and FBI officers. Using the allure of high-stakes winning and the promise to play alongside well-known professional athletes, these defendants defrauded unwitting victims out of tens of millions of dollars. A lot of money, folks, okay? A lot of money. With the alleged, and remember, this is alleged involvement of 3 La Costa, there were 4 La Costa Mafia families. 4 of them. The Gambino, Bonanno, Genovese, and the Lucchese. You know what? How did the Colombo family not be involved? That's really amazing. I guess the Colombo family has not gotten into technology yet. All right? Good question there. That's the family they had me associated with. Okay. Folks, let me tell you about poker games. I gotta tell you a story, okay? These poker games with the Mafia have been going on for years and years and years, and it's not gonna stop. Gambling's a big business. And like any other business, you have people that sometimes don't pay. And you gotta use a little muscle, okay, to get the money. You gotta be persuasive. Sometimes violence happens because of it. Some of these people have violence crimes, but most of them do not. So my speculation, I might be wrong, okay, I think a lot of them are going to be released on bail, but a lot of them will not be. Okay, I'm not going to get into how they use it, but they had the cars, or they had infrared, that they were able to read other people's cars and all that there. I'm not going to get into the nitty-bitty details of this here. But let's get down to the defendants. Ernest Aiello, 46 years old. Nelson Alvarez, that's not Italian, 53. Louis Apicella, New Rochelle. Anwar Awada, all right, 34 years old, not Italian. Saul Becker, 45, not Italian. We got Chauncey Billups, he's 49. He's from Lake Oswego, Oregon. See how far this has reached? Eric Ernest, 53, St. Louis, Missouri. Lee Fama, age 57, Brooklyn, New York. John Gallo, there's an Italian, Brooklyn. Marco Garzon, 39. Thomas Gilardo, 42. Jamie Gillette, 40. Tony Goodson, also known as Black Tony, Forsyth, Georgia. Kenny Hahn, Queens, 40. Shane Hennigan, 40. Oh boy, folks, you don't want me to go through the whole list, do you? But there's one name that I want to bring out to you. Angelo Ruggiero, Jr., age 53 years old. I know Angelo. I met Angelo right there where he is now in MDC, Brooklyn. Okay? Angelo's a great guy. All right? You know, in Brooklyn and MDC, all the Italians are together. Angelo's a hell of a cook, I'll tell you that there. All right? And there was one time, I remember, he and I had a little problem on something, but it was very minor. We worked it out. But Angelo's a great guy, and I love him. Sorry to see that he got another jam here, but, you know, that's the way that life is. It's not going away, folks. But look at the names here. Zen Hugh, H-U, 37. Angelo's one of the oldest guy here, 53 years old. One other person, 53. Everybody else in their 30s and 40s. And most of them non-Italians. What's that tell you? These people, they got smart. These four families were able to get people who know about technology to put these games together, all right, and make millions and millions of dollars. Yes, Shanika, how are you, kid? Yes, I know Angelo Ruggiero. I know a couple of the others there. And, you know, Brooklyn's a hell of a meeting place, I'm going to tell you. Brooklyn, MDC. All right. Young people dealing with grief. Do I have advice for young people dealing with grief? Let's take that, you know, I'd like to help you, my friend. Okay, I don't know what kind of grief you're going through, but let's keep the subject right here to what we're, all right? No, I was not a capo regime. I turned down my button twice, but I lived by the rules just like a made man did. I know them better, probably, than most made men. So, folks, let's think about all this buzz. What's going to happen now? There were 9 unindicted co-conspirators. Co-conspirators. Yeah. Unindicted co-conspirators. 9. You could bet. Somebody calling me a rat here. I did my time in prison. So why don't you get a job, go to work, okay? Because you don't know anything. I don't know why on YouTube did I get all these trolls. And on TikTok, I'll get 4,000 or 5,000 people and not one troll, okay? You folks are funny. Well, keep it coming. Folks, my prediction, most of the sentences on these guys are going to get somewhere, most of them are going to be somewhere between 2 to 5 years, all right? Because these crimes don't hold a lot of time. Most of them are going to plea out, and you could bet there's going to be many more rats. And because this is only the type of the indictment, a type of the tip of the iceberg. You could bet there's going to be superseding indictments. You're going to see more names coming out on this here. Okay, we just have to wait. I'm going to check and see. I want to see who the judge is that's going to be handling this case. Right now, what they're doing, they'll go in front of a magistrate, try to get bail. That's going to be happening today for all those who are locked up. Charlie, I do not have a favorite scary movie. I don't watch those. So, folks, I wanted to bring that information to you. All right, thank you. Greenbloods, thank you for hitting that thanks button. I appreciate that there. Okay? Folks, there is a thanks button if you want to help me out. It's up to you. If you could afford it, okay? That money that I receive from you people is the money that keeps me going to do my research. It costs me money to get all this information, okay? There's my friend Nancy Lyon. So, folks, any money that you could give me here, I deeply appreciate it. Just hit that thanks button, okay? Or if you want to, you can send it to my PayPal. I'm going to stop asking for it because I don't like begging. I'm not begging for it, okay? But I got to say it. Because I take the time, I do the research. You think it's just the time I'm here? I got to do my research. I got to get all this information. Where do we get it from? Okay? I can get the indictments, read you the indictments. They're all on Pacer. Okay? But anyways, folks, Angelo Ruggiero. His father was Angelo Ruggiero, who was a very close friend with John Gotti, got indicted with John, okay? And he went to prison too. They call him Quack Quack Ruggiero because he spoke a lot on the phone. Refried beans, how you doing, buddy? All right, folks, I came to you here on my patio today. So leave me comments, folks. I want you leaving a comment of how much time you think that these people are going to get for these crimes. That the U.S. Attorney, Kash Patel wasn't here for the beginning of this investigation. But yet there he is on stage getting all the credit. And the first word, when I heard they had them all together, the best speaker was the police commissioner from New York City, okay? She broke it down. You realize you had NYPD, you had Homeland Security, you had the FBI, you had DEA, you had every agency involved in this here situation. And let me tell you something, okay? People who call me a snitch, are people who go listen to all those YouTubers who are rats. All right? You're probably right up their nose. All right? Folks, you don't know what it is to stand up. You don't know what it is to be chained and shackled. I do. I know it very well. I've been there where these guys are. I've been in that courthouse, and I was locked up in MDC Brooklyn for 30 months. So, folks, I hate to get negativity, but I hate these shows that come here, and I don't know why YouTube cannot do something to eliminate them. Okay? All right? It's TikTok does, but YouTube don't seem to be able to do that. So, folks, listen, right? You're right, Donna. Disrespectful young people, they don't know what respect is. They couldn't last in the mob or around a mob guy for 10 seconds, okay? Not 10 seconds. All right, folks, thank you for coming. I love you all. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do. God bless you all. Have a great weekend. I will not be doing any shows this weekend. All right? But I'm going to be doing a show on the robbery that happened at the Louvre Museum in Paris. You don't want to miss that, folks. Because if you read my book, you'll know that I used to steal a lot of jewelry from stores, jewelry stores, and other places. Okay? Down in Florida. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that. I'll be doing that probably on Monday. All right, everybody. God bless you all. Have a great weekend. As usual, all my love and respect. And like I say, do something nice for others. Folks, have you been doing that? Please leave me a comment if you've been doing things to make other people happy. And I guarantee you, like I always say, it'll come back to you 100-fold. Take care, everybody.